Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me today.
No problem.
This is pretty much just a way for me to practice my skills. And if you have any questions or want to stop the video at any time, you can. And this is only going to be viewed by my professor. And if I'll erase it right after it's done.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Okay, so what do you want to talk about today?
I'll tell you about the Army.
Okay, the Army.
Yeah, the Army. The National Guard, more specifically.
Okay.
When I was 17 in high school, I joined the National Guard.
You're 17?
17.
What made you decide to join?
I wanted to do it since I was a little kid, and then I talked to a recruiter, and he said that I could join my junior year, so I decided to join.
Your junior year, that's pretty young.
Yeah, it's the youngest person at basic training. I went to basic training my junior year of high school that summer, and then I came back a week late and started my senior year.
Was that a lot?
A lot of what?
In one summer, going to training and then starting your senior year of high school?
Yeah. I didn't really have anything to worry about because when you're there, you just work out, and it's just no worries, and then you come back and then get thrown into school.
Besides working out, what else did you do there?
We worked out every morning, and then we did like grenade stuff, gun stuff, and then did the what's it called? The gas chamber.
What's that?
You go in there and it's like tear gas.
Mm-hmm.
They put that in like a little cup, and they put you in this block room. They keep adding and adding to it, and once it hits a certain like chemical level or something, it makes like your eyes burn. You lose like all functions, and
so you got tear gas.
Yeah, and you can't breathe. It burns, and then like if you're like sweating, it burns your sweat and like goes in your pores.
How long does that last?
You're in there for like 5 minutes, and then you have to take off your gas mask and inhale it, and then you usually throw up, and then you run out, and you have to run out of the thing and like flap your arms and stuff.
Why flap your arms?
Because it's supposed to get the like stuff off of you faster.
Okay. Wow. What was that like?
It's.
I bet.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
Do you have to in any more training?
They try to make you do it once a year, but usually it doesn't happen once a year.
Okay.
I haven't done it since then, and I've been in for almost 3 years.
Where do you see yourself going with the National Guard?
I'm in talks right now with my sergeant to go to Black Hawk School and Officer School, which is the Black Hawk's a helicopter, so I'd be flying those around and be a warrant officer.
That's impressive. What made you want to specify with that?
My job right now, I work a lot around helicopters and officers because I'm in an aviation unit, so we do that, and then I see them all the time, so I've flown in a couple, so they're cool.
As a passenger?
Yeah, as a passenger. They like, out the back of them, there's like this like little, I don't know if you ever seen like the movies, like gate that comes down.
Mm-hmm.
When you're up in the air, they bring it down and they let you sit out on it, which is kind of cool. You can sit there and see everything. It's kind of scary too. So then you can fall off, and you're not like strapped in like a car. You just kind of sit there.
That makes me think of skydiving.
Yeah.
Except you're probably not as high.
You're pretty high up. Like, it's not as high up as airplanes, but it's still. I don't know if that just.
No, I think so.
But yeah, you're up there and you just kind of like watch everything. I was on one once to go to a funeral. They made me do that, and then another time just as like those morale flights, because officers need so many hours of flying a year. So like you can sign up for a flight, and then you go, and they'll take you wherever. Like I know people that went up to the they flew them up to the Statue of Liberty, went around it, and came back. Yeah, they do a lot of fun stuff.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
So you're in talks right now. When can you start training?
Technically whenever, but I'm waiting till I graduate because it's like a 2-year process.
Okay.
So I don't want to. Like I'm a sophomore now. I don't want to like skip 2 years of school and then have to go back.
Right.
So I'm just gonna wait till I graduate and then do it.
So once you decide to do it, how long does the training take?
It's 18 months for flight school, which is understandable. Like you have to learn all about everything, and they teach you like a couple different types of helicopters, and then the officer school is a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
They like it's not always 2 years, but they make you block out 2 years of like your life and job work to go and do everything.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's impressive though.
I guess. I don't know. It's something special because like I'm used to that all the time. So like to me, it's just like another.
Do you know a lot of people that are considering doing that? Would you know people going in?
Yeah. One of my friends I went to basic training with, she's actually at my unit too. She's putting her paperwork through, and she should leave in a couple months for that. And then another girl in my unit right now, she's waiting to go when I go because now we can just go do it together. So we like know someone at least.
You'd have the support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's just like people you meet that are already pilots. Like I know a couple pilots already.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I have recommendations and everything from them when I need it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you have to go through like a lot of different things. Like I don't know if you know a lot about it, but like there's a brigade and then battalion and then your company.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get your company's permission to leave your brigade and your battalion, and then you have to go to the company that you'll be flying with and get them to accept you in before you go to training, so you don't get out and you're like, I have nowhere to go.
Right.
So it's a process. It takes a while.
Sounds like a long process.
It is. So, and then that's not including school or anything. So
right.
the whole thing. It can take like up to a year to do the paperwork.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Where would you go for the training?
I'm not sure. I know there's a couple schools down in North Carolina and I think Georgia. It just depends on where they want to send you.
You don't have a preference?
You don't pick. Like with basic training, I signed up and they're like, you're going to Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just random. Whatever they have spots open, they'll send you there.
If you could choose, where would you go?
Probably North Carolina.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as hot. I know Georgia's gross, so I wouldn't want to go there.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Where would you go after your training? Where would they deploy you to?
They wouldn't necessarily deploy me. I would just be doing the same thing I do now, which is like the weekend thing, and
Mhm.
then if something comes up, they would send me wherever needed.
Is it more of a national disaster, or is it like if the war came out or something?
It's like the same thing.
Both.
Yeah,
Anytime they need a lot of people.
Yeah. So like, say we go to Syria, if they need people, they can send my unit over there now. If we have a natural disaster, I can go there. And it's just kind of, we do both. So we have the job of all three, basically.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky because I'm in school. Like, my sergeants are like, if we have, like last year we sent people up to New York
Mhm.
and Jersey, and they didn't send me up because they knew I had classes and they didn't want to take me out of that. So I don't know if, I'm doubting it'd be the same for deployment, but they're more understanding towards it.
They honor the fact that you're in college and let you focus on that first.
I'm one of the few in my unit right now that's in college,
Really?
so it's kind of a big deal because most of them didn't go to college or anything else.
At school, I don't know. Is anything that you're majoring in helping you with the military? No.
I mean, I'm going right now. I just switched to business management,
Mhm.
and I mean, the leadership aspect, I guess, kind of, because I do have to lead my own squad.
Mhm.
But like other than that, it's not really connecting.
Is it more of a backup?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like something on the side. I know when I'm 37, I can retire. I'll get the pension and all the benefits.
Mhm.
I'm under my parents' insurance, but if I need insurance, it's only like $40 a month from them.
Not bad.
So like, it's just kind of like there to help, and I get a good amount of money every month enough to like support myself right now.
So you're saying that the military is much more of a priority for you? maybe not priority, but comes more number one for you. You want to focus on that more so than
Yeah,
school.
I definitely enjoy it more than school.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather sit through like an army weekend doing whatever than in class.
Right.
It's a lot more interesting, more fun stuff. Like I know my like 2 weeks of training, because I'm like one of the good soldiers. They like pick me out to do more stuff. So like the fun stuff they call it. So like they could pick 3 people to go like to the grenade range and do stuff with that, and they picked me, so I got to go do that for a day.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like all the like big guns and stuff. See, I'd rather go do that than sit in the class.
Oh yeah.
And then like playing with helicopters is always fun. It's kind of cool. They like it's like a big helicopter, like the blades and everything. You've probably seen them flying around, but when they land, my job is to like fuel them. So we usually go to like an open field and they'll land and we have to drag out the hoses and connect while they're still running.
Wow.
So like we have to go under them and connect and then like relay everything from us to the pilot to the truck to make sure everything's going, and then the pilot tells us when it's full, and then we unhook and we have to like go like 100 yards away from it because the blades are really long. We had one guy a couple months ago almost get his head chopped off.
I believe it. That's all I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, it was like a big thing. Like he got his ass chewed out from it. That's like you say, like when like someone comes up to you and they're like yelling at you and they make you like do push-ups and stuff. It's like you got your ass chewed. So yeah, we like have pipelines and it was running like in front of the helicopter, and someone forgot to turn one of the nozzles. Yeah. So I was at the helicopter and nothing was pumping, nothing was coming out. So like I had to relay it to him, and like you can't really hear because like it's so loud and you have headphones on. So we're like trying to tell him it's not going, and he like sees that it's in front of the helicopter that the thing's pulled shut. So he runs in front of the helicopter, and when a helicopter lands, their blades are down to keep them on the ground. So he ran right in front of it, and the pilot had to pull his blades up because if he didn't, he would have. Yeah. And you can't really see it when they're spinning so fast. Like you can see
It's like looking at a fan.
Yeah, like you can see the static electricity at the top, but other than that, you can't really see it. So yeah, we got a lot of briefings and a lot of safety events after that.
Right.
More than we really need.
He needed it more.
Yeah, he didn't show up to it though. Oh. Yeah, so he still gets like a lot of crap for that.
Yeah, got chewed out again, I bet.
Oh, several times. He lost rank because of it. So
yeah,
and that's like a big thing because the more rank you have, the more money you get, the more benefits. It's just a lot of stuff. The more respect you get, so he kind of
lost a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Well, thank you for telling me about that because that sounds absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what I would have done if actually something happened. Because, like, even if something happens, everyone who's involved or not has to fill out paperwork and go to counseling.
Well, seeing that alone, that would be difficult.
Yeah. And we have a lot of guys with PTSD because, like, they've seen several tours, so, like, they already have issues as is. So.
Does that make you nervous at all?
Not really, because they're kind of, like, on the edge about everything. They know what they're doing. They know what not to do. And they've seen, like, some bad stuff overseas, so they're more like telling you what to look out for, what to avoid,
what to expect too.
Yeah, so it helps, but you can tell like they're on edge for certain things.
Yeah,
it's I don't know.
It never fully left them.
No. Yeah. Like they have to take their meds. I know we were in Virginia and one of the guys saw someone with like the head thing on and started panicking. Like you could tell in his face, he turned white. He was like sweating, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take my medicine." So yeah. So a lot of them are scarred from that. Yeah, I guess it's like, did you see the thing on Facebook? The guy like wouldn't buy something from this guy because he was Muslim.
No.
Oh, okay. But it's like that. Like he was like, "Oh, you're Muslim, you're a terrorist,so like they kind of associate. Yeah. Just because like they've seen people.
That's what they're used to. That's what they saw there.
I mean, like this guy, like. He went off base in Iraq for like maybe 30 minutes to go down the street because like they had like the base they were on wasn't in the middle of nowhere. It was like in a town, So they would go get like something to eat or something, and he went into the place, and then they got mortared attacked.
Oh, wow.
So he's like messed up from that.
Yeah, I bet. Well, that's scary. Thanks for telling me all about that. I really appreciate you sitting down with me, telling me your experiences, what you're gonna encounter in the future.
No problem.
Thank you.